In the previous episode, I sailed from Pancake Creek overnight in strong conditions to Port Clinton. Here I sail a little offshore to Middle Percy Island, a famous cruiser hangout, dodging lots of other islands along the way. Oh, it's Monday the 8th July. We have escaped Port Clinton. That was pretty darn hairy. I left at midnight, followed our track, so we were about halfway out, and then the belt on the engine snapped. So without an engine, already had the staysail set the jib, full jib, and we blasted out of there. As we went over the sandbar, we got hit by a breaking wave, completely over the boat, soaked me. Got the iPad wet. Luckily I'd anticipated that and had the phone in my pocket. And then we sailed pretty well, but we had strong tidal stream against us, doing 2 knots sometimes. Avoiding islands. Here we are, 6 a.m. before dawn, and we have islands all over the darn place. One there, couple over there, another one there, there's a tiny one there, there's one there, and there's 3 more next to it, kind of small, hard to see. There's the mainland over there, and if I can turn around, oh, there's the headland that we had to come around to avoid. We can't see it, but there's some of the islands we avoided back there. And a huge squall engulfing the mainland. Shame. There are a bunch of boats in the next anchorage beyond Port Clinton that I passed. I could see their lights at night, and God, look how light the wind is. I had to turn the engine back on just to deal with this crazy, lumpy, leftover sea. Very annoying after all the days of strong wind, suddenly not have enough. But it is what it is. We're going to get to Middle Percy Island one way or another today. This is one of many islands that we're passing. This one's called Steep Island, very appropriate. No way you could get in there. Pretty much the same with these other islands in front. I'll show you. Way in front up there in grey is the first or the biggest of the Percy Islands, south. We're gonna go to the middle island. And yeah, it's just a big, lumpy, horrible sea with very little wind, so we're motor sailing. More islands over there. Here is the broken engine belt that nearly gave me a heart attack coming out of Port Clinton. The breeze did fill in eventually, and we were on a beam reach, which shows our flags nicely. Alright, now the sun's out. We've got a better view here. In the distance there, Northeast Island. Over here, Middle Island, and the sand hills, sand dunes from the southeast are blowing the sand up from the beaches. And the gap here to the Pine Islets, we're going to go through into West Bay, just around the corner here. Sweet! Oh, this is really pretty rugged island with pines on the rocks here and all native vegetation. I love it. Oh, great place. This is going to be fun. Wow, how cool is this? I have the place to myself. Everybody else must have bailed either before the strong wind or maybe after it this morning. You can see the little huts and shelter and all in here. How cool. Woo! This is one of the most popular anchorages on the coast of Queensland. And here we are on the chart, anchored in West Bay. So here I am at Percy's Yacht Club. People have left endless amounts of nostalgia. I mean, they've even left They're life rings in some cases. Somebody left their anchor, decided that one was not worth keeping. Oh, look at this. Amazing. Wow. Wow, some people are fancy. Cambria too. I clearly missed the boat here. I don't have anything like this to contribute. Maybe we can try to come up with something. Frigate bird. A nice swing, lots of hats. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Look at this. And toys, people have left. A nice map of the whole island. Very sweet. We are in West Bay, where there's a lagoon, and there's actually a couple of boats in it. I thought I had the place to myself, but it's a lagoon that you can go into. Boy, that would be nice and sheltered. And they've put up the fish you can hope to see here. Man, what a place. Seats, chairs, pillows. Oh, it's endless. Endless, endless, endless. Look at this. All the way through here. 1991. I can't believe people leave their life rings. Oh, I've never seen anything like it. I guess there's all the Australian cruisers who come up here. Oh, now there's a real old boat for you. Some people have started sticking stuff way up on the roof, on the ceiling. And all sorts of others here. Oh, goodness me. Isabella, 2000. Horns on it. Fish. Oh, there's a beer cuddy. Well, yeah, I didn't quite expect this. The whole lounge area and a massive barbecue area. Look at this. Wow, this is quite something. Take your rubbish with you, thanks. Oh, I could have a fire here tonight if I had something to cook on it. Signs about shorebirds. Oh, for heaven's sakes, water. Ah, and no doubt, yeah, feral goats left over from when this island was leased out. You'd think they could get rid of them. Looks like there's a toilet way over there, apparently a composting toilet. And beach scrub, an endangered community. Well, no doubt, with all the bloody goats eating everything. Marine turtles, yep, certainly been lots of them. At least back in Port Clinton there were lots of them. And it doesn't look like there's much happening going on right now. Here's the other side of it. Oh goodness me, all the way up to the top. Gossamer from Seattle last year. And Tethys Shante. Oh, and a whole kitchen with plumbing and water and a guitar. I can't get over this. This is quite something. Oh, look at this. Purchase and donation box. A Nautilus shell. I broke mine, unfortunately. Welcome to your island from Kate, Steve, Carla, Paul, and Nanko. If you would like to make a purchase but do not have cash, please see the bank transfer details on the wall. Trust in your honesty. 1.4 kilogram honey, $25 each. Yeah, well, I don't need any honey. But that's sweet. Candles. Very nice. And this is one of the guys who lived here as a leaseholder. This is, I think, the second leaseholder after the White family. Circumnavigating Australia. This is in memory of Flinders. No? Yes. Well, welcome. We'd be most grateful for any newspapers for the wood burning stoves up the hill. Don't have any newspapers, sorry. The Homestead, Channel 73. A huge rope. I wonder what they're selling that for. Oh, Percy Visitor Book. Okay, I'll have to do that. Here are the last 2 pages of the Visitor's Book, which also reveal my terrible handwriting at the bottom. This place even has lights. I got solar power. Tons of it. Why do you need so much solar power? Oh, and this is from a boat. This is a famous boat called the Islander. It was built in Percy by the White family, and this must be, it looks like a boom off it. No idea what the rest of this is. Maybe it washed up on the beach. And around here is a coconut splitting station. You can break them on this steel spike here. Let's see how solid it is. Oh yeah, it's been pretty popular. And then here's the guide. Oh, it's a conservation park, okay. Lagoon that way, and Homestead, Channel 73. So somebody's staying here now. Oh, a toilet. And a long track and a short track. Alright, might have to walk some of that. Really, you can't get much prettier than this. Beautiful white sand beach. Coconut trees all the way along. This big shelter with all the memorabilia and the kitchen. Looks like there's a house back there in the trees. I've set up lounges. Oh man, what a place! What a place! This is the famous telephone hut with even older memorabilia in it, plus a book exchange. This is the long track around Percy Island, supposedly to a homestead. Quite obviously there's somebody living here because they're using a quad bike or something equivalent to get around. But it's really nice and tranquil, and all these really pretty eucalypt trees. And then interspersed with pandanus, these ones with the long leaves. Yeah, look at this, smack in the middle of it all. Really beautiful pine. Wow, that really is pretty. Look at that, it goes all the way up. Really nice. And some sort of bracken fern. Dry though, it's really dry. And of course very sandy. Supposed to be a 4-kilometer track, so let's get on with it. Look at this pandanus. It's like a tree out of Dr. Seuss. Oh, its branches going everywhere. Another one behind it. Wow. Here's a strangler fig tree. It killed its tree. It's now happily growing on its own, and the termites are eating the dead tree. A high point on the trail here. An interesting sign. Andy's Lookout. You have to stop the video to read it. And then somebody painted the scene below or beyond. Ugh, the names are all gone. And then somebody's built a labyrinth, crediting the people who came before. Interesting. Well, let's take a look at the labyrinth. There's the ocean where I came in. That's South Percy Island. I came from way the hell over there. Way through there. Lots of islands. You can't see them probably in here, but lots and lots of islands. Well, here's the labyrinth with a nice comfortable bench for sitting and contemplating. And it's got 2 sides to it. Which one shall we take? And, oh, a little sundial of some kind. What time is it? It is, let's see, 2:45. Is that right? Oh, there's the line. Sorry, 2:45. And I'd say that's pretty good. 2:48 on my watch. Let's go right, because on the right is another sundial. And this one says, not quite so good. It says 3 o'clock, but I guess that's close enough. Oops, lost a sandal. And I'm not sure what I'm supposed to contemplate going through here. And back again, really? It'll take a little while. I guess I contemplate how complicated things can get if you don't keep them simple. There's a little lizard. Tiny little guy. Oh, you look like you've lost your tail. Yeah, sorry. And round and about we go. Somebody stood on this little bush. And around. Are we going to get out? I think we may. There's a little curly queue at the end here, but I don't think you can walk into that. We're back out. The bench. Very cool. I like. I'll sit down and contemplate a little bit. Amazing place to be. And all of a sudden, a magnificent pine. Wow. That's something else. Let's look at these trees. Magnificent pines. Wow, just gorgeous. They've actually had some rain here. That's surprising. Oh, there goes a crow through the trees. There's a bunch of grey kangaroos here in this little clearing. 4 of them. One of them's noticed me. Let's see when the others notice me and what they do. I saw one earlier in the woods, but it took off. They are munching away. Not really bothered by me at all. Probably used to seeing people because I'm near the homestead here. Just at the fence here. Let's see how long I can get to them before they spook. Oh, there we go. Somebody else has noticed me. Now somebody else has. Hello, guys. Oh, there's 5 of them altogether. And then another one. And then another one. Okay, there's all 5 standing up and looking, and off they go. Very cool. The folks in the house, originally built in 1887 and rebuilt in 1921, were Kate, who has an agreement with the government to stay there for $6,000 a year, Steve, who built a house near the beach, and a younger couple, Paul and Carla, who had recently arrived to be caretakers of the property and island. They all live a most remarkable life here. I did not feel comfortable filming, so just took these 2 pics of some of their memorabilia. So white cockatoo. There's 2 of them, the one making the noises on the other branch here. So now I'm walking down, it's low tide obviously, hoping I can make it through here because otherwise I get a little stuck. But they've got this marked path through the mangroves here. The young couple up at the homestead have this big racing catamaran that they have to stick up on bags up in the mangroves. This is the lagoon. There's the big racing cat. And look at the tidal range. This is a hut for getting off at high tide. And another there gangplank. And there's a monohull, little monohull on its side in the mud. And the catamaran belongs to someone here. It's always a good feeling when you come back from a long walk and your boat's still there, bobbing in the bay. I left it in 16 feet and the tide has really gone out. If extreme low tide now, but she's still bobbing, so she's not on the bottom. Woof! There's the sun going down. Well, what a day. I'm so glad I came here. We've got nice squeaky white sand. Whole place to myself, other than the family up in the homestead. There's the shelter and the telephone booth here. And I don't know what to make of the house up there. I didn't ask about it. I'm gonna have to drag the dinghy a long way down. I'm just so glad that Sea Change is still bobbing, still not on the bottom. Sun's going down. Each of the coconut trees here has a sign. Beware, falling coconuts. And lo and behold, in addition to an anchor, 2 fresh coconuts that have fallen here. And you would not want to get hit by these. They're huge and heavy. And there's the A-frame, they call it. Hi, Alison. Alison's on the catamaran that's in the lagoon. It was a very pretty sunset, and after dinner I set sail overnight north to a tiny island called Bushy Islet.